This is CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
Building your child's financial future starts earlier than you think, and it starts with Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union. With the Kids Credit Union, families can take simple, achievable steps today that lead to big outcomes tomorrow. We believe small, consistent saving habits build confidence, responsibility, and lifelong financial stability. Your child could graduate with up to $10,000 to kickstart their future. We're more than a bank. We're a long-term partner in your child's life. Stop by your local branch today and let's start their journey together.
Hi everyone, Pat Smeraldo, CCS-TV here for the June 26th edition of the All Abilities podcast. We had started this in May. Obviously, you all watched. It was very well received. We spoke with Laurie Reynolds from Kids and Sibs, and we had our old pal Harrison Phillips on, currently defensive tackle from the New York Jets, and spoke to Harrison about his organization and all they're doing. And today we are fortunate enough to have Deb Cavers from Harrison's Playmakers here to throw some more on top. Deb, welcome to the show.
Hi Patrick, how are you?
I'm super. How are you? So, if you don't know Deb, which I do and have for a bunch of years now, she's a lot of the glue behind the scenes that pushes the boat from Western New York and some other places. We're going to get into it really quick with Deb about her role with the Playmakers and how, and a lot of projects I'm involved in too. We do some front things, but then there's a lot of team members behind, and Harrison was very, very, very complimentary about all his team that he has, and Deb leads that up. Deb, how long have you, well, first of all, what your official title with Harrison's Playmakers?
I am the Buffalo VP and Regional Director for Buffalo.
Awesome. And you've been with them for a long time.
I've been with them 9.5 years.
9.5 years, kind of coinciding with Harrison's time into the league.
Exactly coinciding with his time, yes.
And that's what I spoke about, what we received a lot of rave reviews, is the fact that Deb is still doing what she did when Harrison was there means that she is still doing it when Harrison still isn't there. And that's like his MO of what the cities he's played in. In Buffalo, Harrison said it, is stronger than a lot, right? He's doing a bunch up there.
We are doing a lot here, and we're still growing. So that always excites me. Year after year, we have new members. I'm very excited, and we've added a couple programs, so it's really good.
Yeah, here he spoke about, not only the members, but the growth, the new programs, and some stuff we're going to get into. Which, I believe it. And one Harrison that mentioned, and I asked him about it, I was, made aware of it, was Big Dogs, right? It's almost, I would say they're the most tenured of the Playmakers, right? Just a review of how that happens again?
So what happens is we saw a need that for our older Playmakers who had joined. These are people that are young adults, that are 18 or older, that are more functioning, a little higher functioning, I should say. So they're able to do a lot of things on their own, but they still need some support. And what it is, it's a one-on-one mentoring program that we use. And we're small right now. We've only started with 6 kids and 6 mentors. We matched them all up. And what we've done is they want to learn leadership skills. So they want to learn more about, they want to grow in themselves. And what they want to do is take that growth and show the world that they can do more than what people typically think people with disabilities can do in the workplace and in leadership roles. So we do a lot of different programs. They've run canned food drives. We've made dinner at Kevin's Guest House. We've gone to organizations where we've learned about how to be a leader, what it takes to be a good leader, visiting. We work with Northgate a lot, and we go into the nursing home there and we visit with people and we talk to them. So a lot of it in the beginning is learning skills. Here you'll see pictures where they've gone into the senior care and they've taken care of the dogs for the day and learned what those skills are. And the goal with this is to give them not only build their skills, but also give them the skill to come back to our playmaker events. And then they actually volunteer back in, kind of showing our younger playmakers that, hey, you can work up to helping out. So they can, so we're very proud of that.
It's a great thing to be proud of. I mean, we have a thing like that going in Jamestown, but anytime that you can have someone, I guess, that would have been through, dozens of Harrison's events and then pass that along. And Harrison did touch on that usually the entrance into his events or whatever is either a canned good or something to then pay it forward back to our community or the community that they're in, right? And that's, right. I think that too is once again one of the leadership pillars in the entire organization, passed on, and hopefully, right, eventually it just carries on after itself. It works, the program just works, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And with all the work you've done and all the community events, you said you actually were like honored with an award. You were...
Not me, the big dogs.
Sure.
So we actually helped Independent Living. They have an annual meat raffle that they do for the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. So if you don't know what that is a service that is there where people come in and they read books to the blind. They put them on videotape and stuff and they read. And they did a meat raffle. It's their annual. So they called up and they said, we need some people to work this. So very proud to say that everybody showed up. They worked the entire night, even afterwards. Little different than a typical meat raffle. Some of the people in there themselves were blind and that. So our guys were able to help navigate them through, pick up their stuff, take it out to them, help them load, unload, set up, tear down. They really worked very hard that day, and we were honored with a letter saying that they have an award, and we were chosen to be this year's volunteer.
That's so awesome when you bring those programs together and then they're recognized by a major, company or an outgoing like that. So that's awesome. And I'm assuming that with all these big dogs and the work they've been doing, they're going to be at the camp in Buffalo soon when we're up there.
Yes, they are. So June 13th is going to be our 9th annual Playmakers Camp here in Buffalo. And the work starts before. They're going to be putting goodie bags together on June 8th. They're going to be coming around putting that. So we'll be putting together about 300 goodie bags to be passed out that day. When they get there, they're going to have assignments that they'll be helping work. They will get a chance to participate also, because as I told them, you're learning leadership skills, but I still want them to be able to be part of that. So, and then they will help, they'll be volunteering all the way through that camp. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, it's a great camp. I'll be there again. I love it. I love showing up. I leave here Jamestown 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and literally people are like, and here's the thing, and I've said this story to a lot of people. I remember the first one I worked, and with the boards there and everybody and you and your family and everybody's there involved, and you'll hear that bellowing voice from Harrison at 7 in the morning. Hey, you did come. I said I was coming to help you, and he has like that year I think was Frontier or somebody was there, and he's there that early, setting the stations up, walking the stations, doing all that, which is totally impressive. Where is it this year? It's at a different spot though.
It is going to be at the Alma. It's at the Salem Sports Park in Alma, New York.
Awesome.
So we're indoors. This is going to be our first one that we're going to do indoors. Harrison was very concerned. The last couple of years, the rain hasn't bothered us, but the heat's been really hard. Yeah. So we thought we'd move it indoors. This way we don't have to worry about any of the weather elements at all.
Yeah. And then in July is the fitness challenge, obviously, right? That's online. We'll share all that, going crazy with that. The pup picnic in August.
In August will be the pup picnic.
And tell me a little bit something about September 24th.
So September 24th, I'm going to save the dates, will be out and it'll be on our website. We are going to hold our first fundraiser ever. We have never run a fundraiser. Everything we do is through the generous donations and that, but we decided that we're going to run one. So it's going to be a barn dance. fundraiser. So we're hoping that we wanted to make it a little bit more relaxed and have some fun with it. So there'll be line dancing, music, and we will be at the Timber Lodge.
Awesome. And as Deb always does, and she's in touch with me, and then she goes, handles things with the board from here to Jamestown. She's been here to a couple of our events, which is very gracious of her to come down and do that. But it gets a little nutty though sometimes around those events, Deb, and I can tell you from experience, right? I've watched you have to do that and pull those off. And when you have, how many kids go to a camp?
So typically we will have about 300 kids that will show up at camp, and then parents will come in. We allow, if needed, because this is for all abilities. So if they need a one-on-one aid, parents are allowed to be a one-on-one aid. So typically between volunteers and everything, we can have somewhere between 500 to 600 people on the field at one time.
What time does that start that day? Not that this is what.
So registration will open about 8:15, 8:30 that morning. Yeah.
So I will that's where we've already talked to the college guys. We're going to bring them up and we're going to put this all on film to have this. They may either have to stay up all night because they're college kids, or I'm going to get them out of bed at crack of dawn and get them up there. But
I'm sure either way won't affect them.
Exactly. Deb, I cannot thank you enough, number one, for all you do. You're an inspiration to me, and I know the entire organization. And I cannot wait to see you on the 13th. I will see you on the 13th. If you need anything before, obviously. But we're going to continue to share the news of Harrison Playmakers and watch it grow more here in Western New York. So thank you, Deb.
Patrick.
I appreciate you. Next up on CCS's All Abilities podcast, we're going to have Laurie Reynolds and a star sibling here to talk about the Kids in Sibs camp that will be coming up in August right here in Chautauqua County at Camp Anyasa. Next on CCS's All Abilities podcast.
Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, located at 15 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. Visitors will see photographs, awards, apparel, and other sports memorabilia. We invite all visitors to stop in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and learn about the sports history of Chautauqua County.
Our generation has a choice: turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Welcome back, everyone, to the All Abilities Inclusion Connection podcast. In May, we had Laurie Reynolds here, the director and creator of the Kids in Sibs Camp, coming up the 20th and 21st of August this summer at Camp Anyasa. And Laurie joins us again today here on the June version, and she has a special guest with her. She's got an inside track on the guest. We'd like to welcome Laurie Reynolds and Lily to the broadcast today. Welcome, ladies. Thank you very much for coming back. So with the All Abilities podcast, same with Harrison Phillips, there are many levels to what you're doing. So for our viewers at home, we break down the aspects of it because you run a very complex 2 days, but it's good to let families know and the people know and the community know the thorough job you do. So we spoke last time about just the overall camp and the concept and the idea. The component is a name, right, Lily? It's Kids and Sibs, and you're one of the Sibs. So Lily, full disclosure, we're not trying to trick anybody. Lily is also the daughter of Laurie, okay? So Lily, you are how old are you?
15.
You're 15 years old. You go to Faulkner High School?
Yeah.
Middle school?
Middle school, high school.
Middle school, high school. Okay, Faulkner. And you're in what grade?
Ninth.
You're a ninth, you're a freshman. You're getting ready to have summer vacation. You're going to be a sophomore coming up soon. Awesome. And from what not from what I understand, again, another trick, you have a brother.
Correct.
Who's your brother?
Luke.
Luke. I've met Luke. Luke is your brother, and Mom, 6 years ago, created this camp with both of you, really, realistically in mind. That's what, and I don't want to divide it anymore, but when we first spoke, it was truly on the sibling, right? It was a camp for kids with a different ability, but in the same respect, it was focused on the sibling, right? And the idea of the different aspects of the camp, whether it's a separate plus together type thing and what have you. Have you, with Luke, how old's Luke? I'm sorry.
He's like 12.
12. He's 12. Okay, so 15 and 12.
I was wondering first if you're getting it right.
That's okay. I've got a 20. At one point, you're going to be 21 and 17,
Yeah.
and then it gets real complicated. Trust me, back when it gets really weird, and when they get older like that, now you're arguing about different things like parking spaces and things like that. But anyway, so when you have a brother named Luke who has a different ability, and you guys go to camp together. But before camp, have you guys, obviously, but what have you been able to do together, I would say, both of you?
Not a lot.
You perform in shows. I don't mean to be performed, but you've been in plays and things like that. That's probably something that Luke hasn't shared with you, right? Kind of?
He did do this current year's middle school play.
Get out!
He did. But he didn't like it. He said that he just wanted to try out. He didn't want to do it.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. Gosh, I love that. I love that about kids when they do that, and then he just spits out that word. I'm like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
But the point being is, you guys go to camp together, correct? Well, I mean, in this year, really full disclosure, you're so good at it, you're becoming a one-to-one. You're going to actually help other. Is it the concept where she will help other siblings, or
No,
one-to-one, she'll help with kids?
She'll help with kids.
But
with
you have to be an
disabilities.
incredible role model for a new sibling that shows up.
Yeah.
What could you, if I'm a new sibling and I show up to the camp for the very first time with my brother or sister that has a different ability, what's one piece of advice you're going to give me really quick about the camp and my time in the 2 days? What would one piece of advice you'd give me?
Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid. I love that. What would someone possibly be afraid of, you think?
Like sharing, like saying, oh, sorry, they're doing this and that. And I just don't want them to do that. I want them to be accepted.
Yeah. That's really the concept, right? It's the concept, and you've learned that for the last 12 years. You've learned that there may be some moments here or there that I would say in a community setting, whatever, people might be alarmed or something like that if that were to happen. I do that too. So I'm not in a sibling setting, so that's why I give you so much credit, especially at the young age that you are. Because sometimes it's difficult, right? I can tell you from a professional level, I've worked with kids with different abilities. And I've either been out at a restaurant and they've been in a group home, or I go to work with a place at Allied Industries where I go up to a factory, but in the same respect, they have a day hab in the front where kids that I've had in school come running up to me, wrap their arms around me. And I think that's great. I have had employees there go, no, it's okay. I'm like, no, I know them. It's fine. It's okay. We have a relationship, right? So I love that about what you just said, is the fact that don't be afraid if anything out of the ordinary should happen.
I want them to be safe.
Want them to be safe. I love that. What is there one thing that you can touch on in the camp setting that you've had for the last 5 or 6 years where something may have made somebody that maybe is a volunteer for the first time that wondered, I think we have a problem? Is there something where you looked at it probably and thought, this is Tuesday, this is no big deal, right? So is there the one thing you can recall, or a type of situation? You have to think of a situation.
So My brother went to like a party.
Okay.
Like, no, not a party. A dance for like a Halloween dance.
Sure.
And I was like so worried that he would be like, you know, out of place or whatever. Like he might get nervous or overwhelmed.
Sure.
So I asked a different teacher if she could watch him, and she's like, and I just kept saying sorry about this all.
Yeah.
And she said, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Like,
She reassured you that it was okay.
yeah.
And that's the thing, honey. I think that people, I do that when I taught school for a bunch of years too. And when I've worked with older kids, as tough as an older kid can be, and I mean, when I say older, I would mean, and tough, I would mean boy of a little sibling, they play it off like, you know, they're not, they don't have a soft side, right? They play it off, they don't have a soft side, and they're this big rough exterior. And I tell the kids a lot, like, look, if you're having a problem at a school or something and you yell or whatever, would you want someone to do that to your sibling? And they go, absolutely not. I go, okay, great, you're a protector. That's okay. And I think what your mom has created in the fact that the environment that her and her team have created, it is 2 days of comfort, right? It's okay. Do you ever, you're gonna be a one-to-one, nobody's paired up.
Not yet.
You have no idea who you're gonna help. Does it frighten you? Not at all. Why?
Well, I relate to those type of kids some way because, you know, they have like their interests, like they're stuck to it.
Absolutely.
And I have a lot of interests that I'm stuck to too.
Sure.
So like if we have a similarity, maybe we can like talk about it and like become friends.
Yeah. Honey, I can't, I hope he'll watch this. He doesn't watch this. He's a pro football player, plays with the Jets. And he says the same thing. He said he ate the lunch table. And at first the principal thought he was playing a joke by sitting with the kids, and he wasn't. He took an interest. They would go to prom. They went to prom with him, and then he developed friendships with him. And that's the same thing I'll do when I used to teach adaptive phys ed. And I would come home, and my wife would say, "You had your kids today, didn't you?" I would come home so filthy because I was on the floor rolling around and playing ball and on tricycles and stuff like that. And I would come out of there this sweaty mess. I enjoyed those hours. I did 3 hours on Monday and 3 hours on Friday. They were the best 6 hours of my week. It really was, because to the point, and you can do this, can you tell when Luke isn't feeling well?
You mean like sick?
Yeah,
or...
sick. If you could tell him if he's not feeling well, maybe without
definitely.
communicating with him?
Yeah, when he like doesn't talk a lot, maybe, or like.
What other indicators are there that you can look at Luke and think he might be happy, scared? Like, can you do that without? You can do that. Look at you.
I can tell when he's mad.
You can tell when he's mad. What's his tell? His poker tell. What's his poker tell when he's mad?
He will repeat things over and over again and like yell like. He hit puberty, so like, so you know when boys think they could get their way.
Sure.
He does that, and
Men
like.
do too. 58-year-old men do.
Yeah, oh, definitely. He's
Yeah.
he's becoming a young man, and definitely he has that attitude.
It is so awesome that you have the ability to do that, because I can tell you, and that takes such a mindset where you personally have to drop everything that. You're almost out of your body and live in his body and looking at him through his eyes. And I've done that too. To be able to pick up a kid that I worked with for a year or whatever and look at him and go, dude, you don't feel well, do you?
Yeah.
I can tell you don't feel well, right?
Yeah, like there's different, like, no one could do a poker face when they're mad or jealous or any of those feelings. Some people can tell. Right. Like, it's not just mind reading. Yeah. Generally everyone could tell.
Sure. Do you at the camp, you're going to probably have the opportunity to talk to other people. We talked about that, other siblings, and you said, don't be scared, it's okay, whatever happens, happens. What about one thing you could tell them when they go away, an additional? Like you'll meet new friends, which is nice with social media and stuff like that, you can keep in touch. But realistically, the camp is the camp for 2 days. What one piece of advice would you give someone to go into the wherever? the next year?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's okay.
I generally would like say keep being yourself and allow your sibling to also keep being himself.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Don't change for the environment that you're in, just be yourself. That's so awesome. I have no idea, it's probably gonna be something amazing. Do you know what you're gonna do when you grow up and get a job?
Either be a scientist or an author.
A scientist or an author?
Or a biologist. I am.
To study something, I have one of those done at St. Bonaventure. Do you know what you would study?
Like
What type of science?
cells.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anatomy.
Oh yeah. I have one of you. I have one of you. No, sure. That's awesome. And author. Do you write?
Oh yeah. I do books, like write books and do comics too.
You write books and do comics. Do you do anything where you express your feelings? Do you journal? Not really?
No.
I
used to.
Okay.
Very much.
But realistically, if you have something that's bothering you, how do you deal?
I either like put it in one of my stories.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like there's a steampunk story I have writing, and it's about like this inventor with a girl who's like helping kids with like disabilities become like inventing like stuff for kids with disabilities, and like the machines can and stuff can like help them.
That's awesome.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
And like the teachers appreciate it, like in the book.
Yeah, absolutely. We learned something new today, Mama.
No idea.
I
That's
can't wait.
amazing.
That is amazing.
But I think too with Lily, like she likes people to feel at ease. So like at the camp, I think to piggyback what you were saying about people to feel safe and comfortable.
Yeah.
The first couple years, we noticed the siblings making sure that their sibling with a disability were okay, walking place to place. If they hear them, they're worried about them, or they're embarrassed by their actions. And at Kids Instead, you don't have to worry at all about that. They can just be themselves, and you as a sibling can be themselves and not feel judged with what your sibling is doing, because we oftentimes are in the community and we sometimes are judged. You know, or we're embarrassed by Luke's behavior, and it's sucky sometimes.
It's gonna happen. I mean, like
absolutely. I am so excited to see these 2 days unfold on the 20th and 21st of August. I got it right.
Yes.
I can't thank you two enough for coming in. I cannot wait to see this in action. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a special camp going on at Anyas on August 20th, 21st. You're going to hear more about it. Thank you for watching this episode of Abilities, the Inclusion Connection podcast. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anytime now.
I think that it's important to know what the kids are thinking about the community and what they can do for it, and get their point of view from it, especially the kids, because they're the future generations.
You get to do like fun TikToks and other like fun interactive stuff. There's a lot more behind the scenes to this club than just sitting and interviewing. It's a good opportunity, so try it out.
We get how uncertain the future is. We've come of age in a complex world, face to face with problems we didn't create. So what's gonna happen next? We are. Because our future is the future. The life we have chosen has prepared us for this. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disasters and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.